Hey, welcome back. So here's our next question on our review sheet for our midterm. This one we're trying to solve the quadratic inequality of 6x squared plus 7x minus 5 to be greater than 0. Okay, so the inequality in this case, we want to figure out all the values of x that make this expression positive. We see greater than 0 here, so very important to see greater than 0. That means positive. Well, to determine something's positive or negative, we have to compare it to, well, when it's 0. What side of the I guess the x-axis would be between, I guess, from positive and negative from 0. So, we're gonna have to factor. So we'll set the equation of, we'll set the equation of 6x squared plus 7x minus 5 to equal 0. Okay, and so we've done this before. We probably played this thing called the X game, and where this time around we're gonna multiply the 6 times negative 5, and so we'll find two numbers that multiply to negative 30, and then add to 7. So two numbers that multiply to negative 30 and add to 7. Let's see now. Well, I think 10 and 3 definitely multiply 30. And if I've got positive 10 and a positive 10 and a negative 3, they will add to 7 and multiply to negative 30. Now, so the factoring part of this becomes our factor by grouping. So what happens, we change this to 6x squared plus 10 is 10x minus 3x minus 5 equals 0. So the idea is that we break up this 7x into this 10 minus 3x, 10x minus 3x, and then we group together the following. We'll group together the 6x plus 10x and the negative 3x and the negative 5. So we will get, in this case, we'll group together and find the greatest common factor. So the greatest common factor between 6x squared and 10x becomes, I think, 2x. So we'll have 2x, and factoring out the factor 2x from the 6x squared 10x, we get 3x plus 5. And then from negative 3x minus 5, they both have a factor of negative 1. And if I pull out negative 1 from both of them, I have 3x plus 5 equals 0. And so we see here that both the left term and right term have the 3x plus 5 as the greatest common factor. And we're left with, in this case, factoring that out as our GCF, we're left with 2x minus 1. And so this is one method we learned before, how to factor these trinomials where the a value is greater than 1. You can do guess and check as well too. Quadratic formula works out fine as well too, because we'll find out that you get the same answer. We get 3x plus 5 equals 0, and x equals to negative 5 over 3. Because what we do is just subtract 5 on both sides and divide both sides by 3. And 2x minus 1 equals 0, and x is equal to positive 1/2 by adding 1 on both sides and divide by 2. So these are our roots. These definitely make our expression equal 0. And so we create a number line. So this number line will help us in this case with the graphing part. And from our graph, we're going to figure out what our solution will be. So we have negative 5/3, and then we have positive 1/2. And what we're going to do in our sign analysis, we're going to pick some numbers in between the sections for x, plug them into our factors, and see whether or not we get a positive or negative result. And so we're looking for values of x that give us a positive result because we're looking positive. So we're going to do what's called, again, the sign analysis. Now, number less than negative 5 over 3. So I pick negative 10. That's definitely to the left of negative 5 over 3. And I'll plug into these factors here. Now, I could plug into this expression here as well, too. Same thing, but the factors are fine because I'm multiplying them. And so in this case, we would have 3 times negative 10 plus 5, right? And then 2 times negative 10 minus 1. Now, that would give me, now 3 times negative 10 plus 5 is going to be negative 25, or just a negative number. So it doesn't matter what the number is, just positive or negative. And 2 times negative 10 minus 1 is negative 21, so that's negative. And so a negative times negative is a positive result. So we see here in this case, any number we plug in less than negative 5 over 3 will give us a positive result. Now let's pick a number between -5/3 and +1/2, or just a nice number 0. I like picking number 0. It's so easy. Because now, in this case, 3 times 0 plus 5 just becomes just, well, 5, right? And 2 times 0 minus 1 is just minus 1. And that's a negative number. So that means in this case, we get a negative number as a result. So any number we pick for x between -5/2, so -5/3 and 1/2 will give us a negative result for this expression of 6x squared plus 7x minus 5. Make sense? Hopefully. Now I pick a number to the right of 1/2. So I'm going to pick 10. Like, why 10? What's a big number? It doesn't matter if I pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 1,000, whatever. So I'll get the same result. And so I plug in 10, and I get, so 3 times 10 plus 5 times 2 times 10 minus 1. Well, I get positive 35, and then 20 minus 1 is positive 19. So that's positive, positive. It gives me a positive result. Okay, so we have a positive result when x is less than -5/3, and a positive result when x is 1/2, greater than 1/2, null. So our solution, open dot because not equal to, will be this graph here. And oddly enough, the graph will come first before our right now solution, right? As inequality, we write down as x is less than -5/3, or x is greater than 1/2. In interval notation, we do, in this case, it's -infinity to -5/3, both with open brackets or open parentheses because we're not including the endpoints, union 1/2, comma, positive infinity. And so this would be our interval notation solution. This would be our I guess, inequality solution and our graph above. Okay, everybody? Now, sign analysis is just plugging x values into your expression, and I just want to know whether or not I get a positive or negative value. And I know any number in each section will yield the results for, like another number in that section. So for on the left side, if I pick -10, it'd still be okay if I pick -5. You'll get the same exact thing. And same for other results. Okay? So I hope this video has been helpful. All right? So the sign analysis is definitely going to be helpful for us to be able to figure out when this expression is positive or negative. Okay? And of course, the graphing will be kind of coming first to help you kind of figure out how this is done. All right, everybody. I hope this was helpful to you guys. If you found it helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Turn on notifications so we alert when new videos hit our channel. And if you're studying, watch this over again if you need to. And of course, leave any comments below if you have any more questions or found anything helpful. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care and be safe.